Welcome, Wargames and hobbyists, to another quick update on my Galadhrim army. So it's chugging along. I think I've now in total done about 6.5 hours painting time just on these 23 mods. Yep, 23. As you can see, it's kind of getting there. Today I basically did the faces, hands and cloaks. I didn't have quite as much time as yesterday, so I didn't make quite as much progress. But I'm still quite happy with it. This is all just base coats so far, and I've almost got to the point where these guys will be finished off, I think. It's probably an optimistic comment. While I want to get them all done tomorrow, I'm sure it will take me another 2 sessions to do it. Mostly because that armour is quite intricate and will have to be done very carefully to be done the way I want to do it. And I think all the other little details like the decoration on the banner, the bows and the holsters, what they're called, scabbards that they've got for their swords, will take a little while as well. So just a really quick run through really. The paints I've used today for the faces, sorry the lighting at the end of the day is not great. I tend to be painting when it is, so I'll try and film a video when it's actually got some natural light on it and you can hopefully see a bit better. So all the flesh areas have been painted with a mix of scorched brown and dwarf flesh, which I believe the modern equivalents of are, what we got, I can't even see that, Mornfang brown and Cadian flesh tone are the two that I've used for the faces, just a 1-to-1 equal mix for the base coat. And for the cloaks, now I wasn't quite sure originally whether to go for the red that I've gone for on Howlir, just standing out quite nicely, or the slightly blue tone that you see, which is true to the movies. As you can see, I've gone for the blue. Originally I was a bit worried that this would clash too much with the red torso armour, but when I've actually started painting these models, I've realised it's actually quite a small area that's actually in red, so it doesn't quite overwhelm the model as much as I thought it would do. I've also just followed the heavy metal painting guide for these, as I mentioned in the last video. So to get that colour, the painting guide tells you to use a mixture of Abaddon Black or Chaos Black and the Fang. The older version, according to the conversion chart, is Shadow Grey. I was quite impressed with how blue this grey is. If you just paint it neat, I'm sure it does give you a more grey effect than blue, but this is a mixture of the two, and that is, the guide says to do a 1-to-1 mix. I've actually gone a little bit heavier there, so I've made that, I think, about 2/3 Shadow Grey to 1/3 Chaos Black. And I'm pretty pleased with the result. It's a nice kind of sort of muted blue. It's not as vibrant, say, as using Regal Blue or any of the Ultramarine colours. And I think it just gives it that nice kind of sort of darker look. It will obviously be a little bit lighter if I get round to highlighting them all, but for now the aim is just to make sure that I get all the base coats done and these guys are usable. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress I've made on all of this so far. I'm sure there are people out there who can paint a lot faster than I can, but this is pretty good speed for me. Hoping to have, by the end of the week, as is the challenge, all of these guys finished off and at least to a base coated minimum and ready for the tabletop. After that, you can put on as many highlights and washes and whatever it is that you like to make them stand out, make all the colours pop. But for now, that's my aim, just get them to a base coat finish, and then anything that I do beyond that point is just flourish. I hope you've been enjoying watching. If you've got any comments, any advice, anything that you'd do differently, or anything that you'd fancy, any attempts of Galadhrim models that you've got, feel free to link them up in the comments. Are you participating in this challenge yourself, the one that we've put on the GBHL Facebook page as well as on YouTube? If you are, let us know how it's going, let us know where you're up to. And yeah, hopefully in 2 weeks' time there will be a lot more Lothlorien, fully painted Lothlorien models for you to look out to. Okay, hope you've enjoyed watching, have fun.